Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Happy New Comic Book Day, November 13th, 2024. I hope all you guys found all your books in your cubby, on your new comic book shop wall, or mailed to you. However you guys get your books, I hope you found all the books you're looking for this week. I know I did here in the loud, mysterious black bag. Before we get dived into that, as usual, promote myself. Come click the link below, shop on my Instagram store. I got tons of comics, slabs and stuff for sale. I do nightly shows usually. Still got a bunch of these Jacob Comics 9/8 mystery boxes. Right now we're throwing in 5 free exclusives into the mystery box. So not only do you get a chance at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the last run of #1 signed 5 times by Kevin Eastman and the whole crew on the Ninja Turtles, but you get thrown in 2 virgins and 3 trade dresses, 5 exclusive comics for free. Let's go ahead and get dived into the books I got this week. So I got 5 books. As usual, I've read all the books and listed them in an order from least favorite to favorite. So loud, mysterious black bag out of the way here. And we'll start on the number 5 book, which kind of falling down the list. You guys know I've been in our, thinking at least since Gronbeck took over that Venom's taken a turn for the better. And unfortunately this does fall to the prey of just a giant tie-in spectacular of Venom War, where this is not continuing exactly where we were at the end of the last issue. We've jumped forward in time. Stuff happened, and I don't know what's going on. And I would have to read the whole entire, 25 books a month in order to really get what's going on. And so I gotta put it in the number 5 spot, because while it seemed okay what was going on, it did feel very, very jumping around. Like I was just jumping into nearly the end of the story and kind of not understanding all the parts and pieces. And yeah, man, I feel left out on that. Like they've really, and I'm not, with what happened in here, I'm not like enthralled, like, oh, I've got to go, buy all these tie-ins so I can get the story. I actually am sort of disappointed with what's happening with Venom. I don't think it's a spoiler to say at this point, because it's on previews, that there's an all-new Venom #1 that's going to have a new person as Venom. So it's not going to be Eddie Brock, it's not going to be Dylan Brock. And if that's the wrap-up to this story, and the way that it kind of went, stuff that happened in this book, that I kind of saw what their grand plan is here, and I was just like, left a bad taste in my mouth. I did not enjoy that book. We're moving on into the number 4 spot. And another, like, I didn't enjoy everything this week. This was okay. As you can see, Amazing Spider-Man 61. I got the Scotty Young variant because I thought it was cute. And man, I don't know if this new, like, the art is great. I love the art. I love that. So that's great. But I'm not sure if the writer is. I'm gonna just say it how I never sugarcoat things or try to follow other people's what they're saying. I just say how I feel. And so in that, I didn't read the Spidey lines as, it didn't feel like Peter Parker Spider-Man, and there was this kind of repetitive joke throughout the book that Peter was not able to remember where his stuff was, or yeah, man, I did not enjoy the repetitive joke. I didn't feel like that was the Peter that I know. And, for as much as people didn't like the last creative team, the last writer, I forget his name off the top of my head, I always felt like it was Spider-Man. And I'm not, this doesn't feel like Spider-Man to me. it feels like somebody writing themselves as Spider-Man, and I just didn't really enjoy it, man. It was like a cool reveal of another new costume, and it was cool. Like, the whole idea is cool, but I wasn't feeling it, man. I wasn't into it. Number 3 spot is where we start with books that I did enjoy. Conquest 2099, number 3. Kind of a different cover. It's cool. And this continues the story. You know, there was nothing too crazy, spectacular, or mind-blowing in this issue, but the art is on point right now. The art's really good. I'm really liking that. We're not getting too much of Spider-Man 2099, who is my favorite character. If you're wondering why am I bringing him up, and that's okay. These other characters are pretty interesting, and I definitely am interested in the Nova Wolverine as a Nova Corps member in the future. That, that still feels like Wolverine, like Logan to me, just with a bunch more powers. And he's a cool character. He always has been as Logan. You just give him some more powers. I don't think it really hurts anything. And I'm digging that he's kind of playing a big role in this. And we're fleshing out some other characters like Spider-Woman 2099. So it's okay. I wouldn't say you should rush out to buy this miniseries if you're not a fan of the 2099 books. If you do enjoy the 2099 universe, though, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good, especially if you like vampires and Dracula and stuff. You'll think it's cool. So Deadpool number 8 hits my number 2 spot, which, yeah, I don't know. It just did. That's where it wound up. I really enjoyed this book. I'm feeling the lack of Deadpool, right? Because he's dead right now, and it's not a spoiler to say anymore that Ellie is Deadpool, and Deadpool's dead, but not dead. Like, his body's still there, regenerating, but he's not waking up. It's like he's in a coma, is the best way to describe it. And so we all know that Deadpool's coming back, and that's what Ellie's trying to do. Is she's trying to figure out how to bring her dad back. She doesn't want him to be in a coma for the rest of his life. And so that, I don't know, the funny tone was still there. Taskmaster is still playing a major role, and there was the art is really good too. I just enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with that book this week. As I usually do with the Deadpool, with this Cody Ziegler, I think's writing this one. I've been enjoying his run. And he brings in a character from the last I think 10 or 12 issue series. And I thought I'm not that I think that we need to continue with that character, but I appreciated the fact that he didn't act like that just didn't happen. And that was, for having read Deadpool for over 2 years now straight, for me that kind of felt like, my time reading that prior series was not wasted. And I appreciated that from this new writing team. And so in a number 1 spot, again, Gail Simone is killing this book. It's written so extremely well. I can't even say anything that's going on because I do not want to spoil the storyline from 1 to 5. There's like this kind of mini storyline for Rogue, and I do not want to spoil it, but it is so good. It is so dang good. The art by Marquez is spectacular. Loved this Marquez cover too, with Gambit there getting into a fight, fisticuffs, and he's kind of battle damaged. It's like, yeah, but okay, so the series is always maintains this level of something's going to happen next. Like she has got a lock on creating drama and continuing several different kinds of storylines, and the drama sustaining itself. and you're just, you're flipping from page to page like, oh man, what's going to happen next? And these new characters are really cool to draw, or like you know what I'm saying, they're cool, and they lend themselves to some interesting color palettes, and and so we're not getting too much into them, but I think soon we are. It looks like on previews and at the end of this book, there's kind of a picture of like the four of them going off to school. So I think we're really going to start to dive into those characters. We dive a little bit into Jubilee's mind in this book too. And that's another really interesting thing that Gail Simone is doing in this series, is she's kind of like using moments throughout the books and maybe like a 7 or 8 page thing that happens to sort of tell it from this character, from a different character's perspective, and kind of get in their mind a little bit and give you a little bit of the character development of where they are now, what their current dreams and goals are. And that's also working really well for me, mainly because every time she picks these characters, she writes them. It's their voice. I recognize them as as I said in this one, we get kind of a spotlight on Jubilee, while a bunch of crazy stuff's happening with Rogue and other members. And there's this, I can't say that. That's spoilers. All right, that's what we have today, guys. Really enjoying this new, I'll say it again, I'm really enjoying this new X-Men relaunch. The main titles are really strong right now, and I think that's super cool, as someone who's always been a big fan of X-Men, that we are finally kind of getting top tier writers and artists running, who are auteurs, you know what I'm saying, who kind of aren't easily going to be reined in by the likes of the publishers and corporate and everything, and are going to kind of, they have enough of a foothold and a voice of who they are in the comic community, and have for long enough to be able to stand up for their stories and say, no, I believe in this. This is how I'm going to tell it. And a lot of times with movies and comics, that really does matter. Not having your story kind of watered down, or just tell it like it is. And that's really what I've especially enjoyed from Gail Simone's run. I think this is a great run. We're still on issue 5, so plenty of time to hunt down those back issues and jump on board. I think that I kind of said it from the beginning, but I think this is going to be a run that's remembered. It's really good. And we've got some new characters. I don't know if they'll take off, but I mean, what did people think of Gambit when they first saw him? This goofy kind of pink guy. But now he's one of our most favorite X-Men characters. And, that all comes down to Chris Claremont's writing back in the day. And I do believe that this current, run with Gail Simone is giving us that kind of a feel. And will that end up being, where these characters we remember, they become a canon staples of the X-Men? I don't know, but maybe. And even just the thought of that, that's kind of cool to be on the ground floor of some new X-Men stories that are being told like this. And maybe comics are such a small medium that at this point it doesn't really matter, and not enough people are going to remember. But maybe we can get stuff made. You can always get stuff made into cartoons and made into stuff 20 years from now. And just hopefully we're all around to enjoy it as long as possible. That's what I have today, guys. I hope everybody is having a great week. As we head into the holidays, I want to wish you happy holidays. We'll see you guys next time, and have a great day.